Okay, interview with Roland Grapow, part 3. So, donc, about Masterplan again. For Novum Initium, your lineup changed a lot, but seems quite stable since then. Do you think you finally have the right team?
Yeah, I think all the hiatus, how you call it, and hickhack, changing members, and since Novum Initium, we have a pretty stable lineup. I mean, we had at the album Martin Skarupka drumming, and then 1 or 2 years later, he was very busy with Cradle of Filth, and he's still a good friend. He's maybe coming next month to visit me. He also came to our show in Bratislava. So we're all good friends, but we decided, come on, when Cradle of Filth is much bigger band or more busy band. And so that's why I'm a different drummer again. But since 8 years, more or less, we are stable because, like I mentioned before, he is now teacher and he can't go on tour in the weekdays, only weekend. And but the rest of the band is pretty stable.
Okay. In the beginning of the interview, you told me that you have 2 drummers now. Who is the second?
Yeah, the other one is so one is Kevin Cott. He is the guy who played also the songs for the new album, and we play next time in 2 weeks in Czech Republic together. But on the tour with Firewind, we had Ephraim Larsson, who is also a good friend of Rick Altsey. So he recommended me the drummer, and he's a great guy as well. So when we have longer touring or Kevin doesn't have time, he's always available. So I don't want changing 100% the drummer. It's not necessary. Both are great and both are nice guys.
So in 2014, you formed Serious Black with Mario Lockert. Why did you and Tom and Stotch decided to leave this band after As Daylight Breaks, the first album?
I think, it was the main idea came from Mario, and he wanted to create something strong and powerful with some names like Roland and, then drummer from ex-drummer from Blind Guardian and ex-guy from Helloween and blah, blah, blah. I think the album is pretty cool. We made a video, but then after that, there was no budget. I was not even paid for the recordings. I thought, come on, guys, this doesn't make sense to play in 2 bands when you're not getting any money. And then he wanted to go on tour, and he couldn't even promise that we get paid. And I said, I can't do this. I have a studio. I was single at that time. I think it's 10 years ago already. And so I had a dog, my former dog, and I didn't want to have my dog in a shelter for 6 weeks. And I said, no, I can't do the tour, except the dog comes with me. And it was promised that it's no problem, but then later the bus company said, no, it's not possible. So that was the part. No fights, nothing else. And and then I decided it doesn't make sense to make a second album. And so that's the story about the band.
Okay. Let's go back to Masterplan. Pumpkins in 2017 brings together a re-recording of tracks you had composed for Helloween, but 5 are missing. Why did you discard Back on the Streets, Crazy Cat, I Don't Want to Cry No More, Oriental Journey, and Grapowski Malm's Twist?
Oh, so many I didn't record. I didn't remember. I think I just took more or less the metal songs, and I'm thinking sometimes too much about the fans, what they're expecting, what they want, what they like, and I don't want to cry no more, Or no, we did it, but some songs I didn't want it, you know, like bonus tracks. I think we had enough. It doesn't make sense to make a double album or something from these songs. So it was just my main songs, which I would like to play live sometimes, or how you call it, to bring it back home, because Helloween is not playing any of my songs, and I'm not sure about Uli's songs. And I just found out after many, many years waiting to see the set list or some songs that they play from us, and I don't understand that. I mean, The Dark Ride or some of those are really strong songs, and The Chant. And people loved when I played in South America as a solo artist or with Masterplan, you know. And that's why I decided to bring them back to me. Not so much. It's not so much a Masterplan concept, but whatever. We can do nowadays what we want because, you know, the business changed so drastic. And I thought it's cool. Yeah. There was also not a bad meaning behind it. I don't want to make anyone pissed from the ex-members or something. But they ignore me and I just ignore them. So that's the key. I take my songs back. It's the same like Michael Schenker plays his songs from UFO, MSG, maybe some Scorpions, I don't know that. But the same was Kai Hansen. He always played in Gamma Ray Helloween songs, which he wrote. And nobody's complaining about these guys, you know. But many people did. Why I take Helloween songs? These are my songs, not Helloween songs. Punkt.
Okay. So you've opened a YouTube channel, TMMZ123, where you post rarities about your career. What does this name mean? And can you tell us about this channel?
Which channel? I don't know. I don't know what you talk about.
Your channel YouTube, where you post rarities about your career.
This is my normal private channel, Roland Grapow, yeah? Or you mean a different channel?
TAMMZ123. You post.
It's not my channel.
Okay. You had posted the concert of Köln 1992 on the Kaleidoscope tour at the live at Paris.
Oh, that, yeah, that's my private channel, Roland Grapow. I didn't understand the name, sorry. Yeah, it's my private channel. I recovered all the videos I made in the last 30 years. They were lying here in my house or in the studio, and yeah, my camera broke. So 2 years ago, I started recovering them, and there are many, many Helloween videos, of course, still, which I didn't show because I didn't want to give them for free, to be honest. It's really good recordings from Hamburg, mostly from the docks, where we played every album, and many other shows as well. From Paris, I have my family part came with 2 cameras, and so also very good recording, and many, many more. So I think it's 30 shows. And I was thinking about a concept, how to show it to the fans without, you know, they're copying my stuff and then they make some different treatments on it. And I saw it was a Cologne show. Somebody took it and made something with it. And I don't like that, you know, as it's not that I want to make money out of it or something. I just want to the rights because it's my tapes. It's not Helloween recorded it. My ex-wife or some family members recorded it, you know. Mm-hmm. And that's the only thing I'm thinking. Normally it would be out already a long time, but I feel people ripping it off, you know, and they're making some bullshit with this, you know. And but sooner or later you will see the videos, yeah.
Okay, it's a good idea. This channel. So for a few years now, you've had your own studio. Can you tell us about it? And is that why Masterplan's activities are a little rarer? Cheers.
Little raw. A little raw. Yeah, my studio I have a long time in Hamburg. I call it Crazy Cat Studio. I did my first solo album already there in '95. So from the first solo album and the second solo album, I made so much money from the management, helped me to get really good advances from record labels. So I bought a lot of equipment from my studio, and I still have it. Some of them, of the best stuff, which pretty old, but really, really still expensive. The value is really high, and I like it. And anyway, so in the beginning, I just had the studio, but I didn't know how to use it and to record, you know. And then 2008 was the first band asking me to record something in my studio, and I said, no, my studio is private. It's just for the band Masterplan, you know. And then I realized, why not, you know. Then I started. I think the first band was Daedalus from Italy, and I made 2 albums with them. Then very quick, like 3 months later from the first recordings, I made X-Core from Czech Republic. And all this music is totally different, you know. X-Core is very trashy, how you call it? Like Caliban style, something like that. And when I recorded it, the people loved it so much, the sound, that all the Slovakian and Czech bands came to my studio in the next 10 years, you know. Mm-hmm. So I made a big business out of it. That means money, because I mentioned it earlier, the business changed so drastic. You know, it's really hard to develop or to keep the level of what it was like 10, 20 years ago. And many bands struggling to survive, to be honest. And so for me, my main income was the studio, recording other bands and mixing and mastering. And that's how it still is. And I love it now a lot. I changed the studio. I have a different house. Now I'm focusing more on the mixing side and mastering. I don't like too much recording anymore, young bands, because you need a lot of energy, and that makes you really burned out and tired. You know, when you have every day 8-10 hours just listening to some guy who can't play guitar or something like that. You know, some of them, and yeah. And also, when I'm mixing, I'm alone here. I don't need the musicians here or mastering, and I'm sending the files by online, by internet, and that's what I prefer. You know, you get in a certain age, you want to be more private, you want to be more calm and relaxing, but I still love to mix, and it's not only a job, it's even hobby. I love it. You know, it's like I said, in the moment, I have a bit more free time this year. It's not so busy, so I'm playing a lot of guitar again after many years, not really much having time. I went back after, you know, the tour now, and play every day a couple of hours, like my Stratocasters again, which I still have. And so you see, I'm always busy, and now we finished the next Masterplan song, which comes out in maybe in 2-3 weeks. Video or lyrics video, I'm not sure. We have to talk with, or I have to talk with AFM Records. And that's the main reason my studio, why Masterplan was not so busy in the last couple of years, and why it takes so long to make a new album. Because, you know, every band asks me to make a job, I'm always say yes, and you know, that's a key. And it's maybe my fault, but it's also it's a kind of this time changed so hard, and it's not really inspiring to make albums like every year. You know, it's like many bands doing the same. You're waiting for 3, 5, 6 years, and then you come back, and hopefully something strong is coming. And I think the songs which are coming out now, we wrote already 2-3 years ago, and we never finished the lyrics. That's why it takes so long again. And this year, end of the year, the album is definitely out, and next year we start more touring. We have a new agency which will work for us, the same like Firewind has. They loved us when we played live, and we thought, let's work together. So that's a kind of situation we have. Masterplan has a show in 2 weeks. I said it. Then we have in 1 month again another show. I go to South America, play with Brazilian musicians, which I did already end of January, to play another couple of shows. Helloween songs, by the way. So all the songs which this guy is not playing, from Uli Kusch and me. And I love it, to be honest. It's really cool to play songs like Push, Mr. Torture, Dark Ride, you know, and I don't remember, all the 13, 14 songs we played. And this is like a challenge. I play stuff which, when I was, of course, 20 years younger or 25 years younger. And yeah, I would say on my solo side playing, I kept a quite high level, and I'm happy to play still the stuff like this in my age now. You know, I'm really proud about it, to be honest. And I'm really so happy fans that I'm playing these songs, you know, which Helloween is not playing.
Okay. By the way, about your studio, I'd like you to talk about King Crown, a French band of Joe and David Amore, with whom you worked on 2 albums.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a question. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so there was, I don't know, 3, 4 years ago, they contacted me, and I was really happy to mix the first album, and I think they had some lineup changes. And then I worked on the second album, which was really, I think, pretty good, successful in a way. They had a lot of touring after that, and I'm really proud about these 2 productions that I was part of it. And yeah, I love the band, like the songs, and the singer's great, you know, good band. So what should I say? I was proud that they really happy they asked me.
You made a solo guitar on their last album.
Yeah, I made one guest. Don't remember which name. Don't ask me. But I made one guest solo, and also played on the guitar player's solo album, the guest solo as well. So it's a kind of.
Okay. Last November, you released a special edition for the 20th anniversary of the album Masterplan. Can you describe its content?
Yeah, I forgot already. Yeah, so that was like, you know, on the first tour, we recorded a show in Gothenburg. I think it was March, something in 2003. And I remember the band wanted to release it very quick after this kind of show, like a year later or something. But AFM Record at that time said, no, it's too early. You need a couple of albums before you make a DVD of the concert. And so I kept it always at home. The original tapes, we paid for it from our merchandise money at that time. There was no support from the record label. And yeah, so then we had the lineup changes, and I said, okay, now we have different singer, we have different drummer, we have different this and that. It doesn't make sense to release it anymore. You know, I was like, such a good concert we did, and good material, and it's so wasted, you know. But then I said, okay, but when we get the 20th anniversary, maybe we can this as a reminder of the beginning of the career of Masterplan. So I spoke with AFM Record, and I said, I have the idea. I would like that the people can see this concert, and can we make an extra bonus DVD to the first album release after 20 years? And so I was working on that pretty long. I was editing the videos. It was like 9 tracks or 9 tapes. First in Hamburg it was transferred in a digital domain that I could work with this. So I didn't see it for 20 years. So, and after that, I was editing it before I was mixing it even, the live material. fixing some problems we had, and I'm really proud about it. So it's like something magical, what I think. And then on as a bonus, we have a lot of bonus material. So we have traveling backstage, talking, making jokes. Yeah, we mimed an interview, Uli, Jon, and me, talking about the future of the band and the situation in that moment of the band. And yeah, so that was for me something very special to see the beginning of the band, like when I was 20 years younger. And when I was finishing it, I sent it to Uli Kusch, and he loved it. So I get the permission that he at least was very important for me, that he agreed that the drums are great and the production is great. He's enough in the videos, and you know, I was trying to be careful that everybody's equal in the pictures as much as possible. So that's a kind of idea. I hope that people still watching it will find out. I think it's not on YouTube so far. Only one song.
Ok.
Too long to copy.
Donc, cheers. Donc, thank you for your time. It was a great pleasure to talk with you. I'm a fan of Helloween and all your stuff since 1991. Do you have any last words at the end?
Oh, thank you for the interview, and would like to play in France again, but I don't think we have any plans. No, maybe hopefully next year. But we played in France in April, not long ago. It was nice. It was really special.
At Colmar and Savigny in April?
What?
In April, it was at Colmar that you played?
Yeah. And Colmar and for the second show?
Savigny Le Temple.
Yeah. That was really great. I met many people there. I also met another band I was mixing from France. Black Hole, the band from Black Hole. You know them? So it was nice. We talked a lot about next production and about our concert. And yeah, it was great. So I remember a lot from this kind of shows from the last. It's not so long ago, that's why.
Okay, we arrive at the end. Thank you. And
Thank you.
See you soon on tour.
Okay, man. Thanks a lot for the interview, and see you next time, hopefully.
Okay,
take care.
Thanks.
Good. Thank you. Ciao.
Ciao.
I'm off.